Hello, today we're starting a new experiment. It's called the black bean experiment. We have 3 similar jars. They've been washed in the dishwasher, and what we're doing is we're treating them all the same. We're taking a half a cup of beans, black beans, they're dried black beans, and we're putting them in to the jars. And then after that, we've taken a measuring cup, 1 cup measuring cup, and we're pouring the water into the jars. So they will all have the same thing in them and the same type of jar. 2 cups of water and a half a cup of beans. And then what we're going to do is we're going to talk to the jars and watch and see what happens. The first jar is the love jar. So we will be doing positive self-talk. We love you, we love you, we love you. And we'll put the lid on and screw it on. And then we have the forgotten jar. The forgotten jar is symbolic of children who are ignored, senior citizens who are forgotten, maybe a spouse who you don't have time to deal with anymore because you're too busy with the children, and you forget to say positive things to encourage them in life. And then last of all, which is the horrible one, is the hate one. We say things like, you're a failure, you're stupid, you never get anything done, you're just like your father, you're worthless, you're just like your mother, you're worthless. So that's what we do with the hate jar. And we'll check back to you when there's something to report. We're back again with you. It's been 1 week since we started our black bean experiment. If you go to the love jar, you'll notice that it is actually kind of more fermenting. The top of it has some growth, but mostly it's bubbles. It's like almost like it's effervescent and bubbly. So it's kind of that way. Then when we go over to the forgotten jar, you'll see there's much more mold and growth on it. And finally, when you go to the hate jar, you see it's just consumed with growth. And we probably will be stopping the experiment here because one of the things you can't do, unfortunately, in the picture is smell. And the smell coming out of the hate jar is very intense, like garbage. And so we're probably going to end the experiment here instead of going further because this is in my house and I don't want a smelly jar in my house. So, one thought to have, this is just a week of talk in your life. And you can see how hate negatively affects you. And you go back over to the love jar and you can see how it leaves you kind of effervescent and bubbly. And the forgotten jar doesn't do well, so you don't want to forget your loved ones. You want to tell your husband or wife what's good about them, positive things. So if a week does this, think of what 10 years, 20 years, 30 years of self-talk does in your life.